what's up, what's up? It is Azia again, and I'm back with a new video. Gonna be sharing with you guys something that is very near and dear to my heart, and that's gonna be astrology, okay? I'm really obsessed with astrology. It is one of my favorites divination tools because it just gives me a better perspective to look at myself rather than just thinking, damn, I'm a socially anxious, depressed bum. Okay, so I love this. Okay, it just helps me see myself in a much more practical, colorful framework, pretty much. So if you guys are interested in hearing about Mars and Taurus specifically, and how you can figure out how to get rid of your own stubbornness and get out of your comfort zone, don't go anywhere, and make sure to stick around and subscribe. I post my videos on the 4th, the 9th, the 19th, and the 28th of every month. So if you want to stay up to date with all that good shit, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, especially because YouTube be so stank about sharing videos when you don't. So if you don't want to miss nothing, hit that bell. So I think I'm going to start this video off with a question. What is something that you have been wanting to change for the longest, but you had a whole bunch of excuses and fear in your way? Let me know one of those things or all of those things in the comments below. Now, the reason why I asked this question is because when you have a Mars and Taurus, all you do is kind of like sit in the past and reflect, because you stay in your comfort zone a lot. You like things to be really, really stable, so you're not really all that enterprising. But we are super duper enduring. The issue with us is that even though that we crave the stability for things, we don't really feel comfortable stepping out of that comfort zone in order to try new things, because this is a fixed sign. I love using astrology, so if you guys are into it, let me know what your sun sign is in the comments below. If you're a Gemini like me, give this video a big thumbs up. So before I get into all the details of Mars and Taurus, you guys might want to know what Mars actually does. So Mars is really here because it's responsible for your willpower, your drive. It's how you expend energy, pretty much. So your anger will be found in this place, and it's also like your mental and physical strength as well. So it's a really, really good planet. When we have Taurus, which is ruled by Venus, and Mars, it's actually a debilitated sign, meaning it's at its detriment. It doesn't really perform all that well here. It's the furthest place from home, so we're gonna see Taurus express much more on the unconscious side of things. So its motives aren't going to be as direct. So people who have this sign, they can be really slow moving, really comfortable, and just complacent. They don't like to move a lot, and they're really, really sensitive. So if they do have to move, they can come off a little bit passive aggressive. And that's because they're not all that comfortable expressing how they feel about things. You don't want to make people uncomfortable because you have that whole Venus flair to it. You know, you like things to be lovely and just happy all the time. That has been something that has definitely kept me in my comfort zone, because I've built up all these different walls and paradigms for myself, because I would structure everything around wanting to be comfortable, so I wouldn't want to ruffle any feathers and actually, like, you know, speak up for myself and truly advocate when I need to. So as a result, we end up not really voicing our needs and advocating for ourselves, and getting very fucking angry. Okay, and I can attest to this. That Mars and Taurus anger is crazy. When we get angry, it is just such a fucked up thing. All right, I get mad for being mad. Just the feeling of it all over my body is way more than I want to handle. So when I curse you out, know that you're getting it because you made me mad, and then let's get into the issue, okay? I'm very patient when it comes to people, and it's really because I don't want them to make me mad. That's just it. They think I'm so nice and polite, But it's really because I just don't want you to get me mad, because once that happens, we're at the point of no return.
Oh, you should not be here. Why? What's the matter? Why are you crying? Run from this place, please! Whoa, talk about a mood swing.
I will destroy shit. Like, you don't want to see, you do not want to see me angry. As big as this smile is, just imagine the anger behind it. So what I've learned in order to, lessen the effects of this Taurus anger is to just be much more descriptive and be more vocal about the shit that I need, more importantly, so that I can set those boundaries with people, so it doesn't get to, I don't wait until it gets to my last nerve to then start addressing it. So there are some great points to this sign, this placement as well. You have a lot of staying power, you're super duper consistent, and even though you're stubborn, that translates to steadfastness and just staying power. Now, we typically will outlast people when we're doing things because we kind of have like this cool, calm demeanor about us because we're an earth sign and we're much more practical. And then when Venus is placed in an earth sign like Taurus, physical things, even though they take a little bit longer to manifest, they're much more guaranteed to us because we work better with the nature of things, and that's why it takes us so long to do things, because we're going to be very thorough about it and understand it from the inside out. We can figure out how to put shit together much faster once we develop discipline. So even though, this sign is frustrating because it creates a lot of damn comfort zones and you don't want to leave it, it does lay the foundation for mastery once you do develop consistency and acceptance that you're just a slow ass motherfucker. So I recommend exposure therapy because it puts you in the moment so that you can experience all these things that you're not too comfortable with, but you can truly see that once you get familiar and thorough, that this is really your arena, and that's something that I have noticed more and more, that I step out of my comfort zone. Tauruses, Mars in Tauruses, anytime you have the ability to get comfortable in something, know that you will master it. You just have to give yourself time and space. So you have to trust that everything that you want is going to happen the way that it wants to happen. And last year I really got to see that when I started working at this job that I didn't really care for, but I ended up getting promoted and having everything that I want happen. And I didn't think it was going to happen, but I said, you know what, even though I'm uncomfortable, I'm going to just stay here. And I ended up making a lot of money that I didn't think that I was going to make. So that really helped me get out of my comfort zone. Because that's what we're here for, to get out of our comfort zone and to create big, beautiful, magical things that we're supposed to, just reap the benefits from. We're here to take very unconventional things and stabilize them. So it's essential, Mars and Taurus people, for you to get out of your comfort zone and start exploring new shit and figuring out how you can make them practical. See, the thing about us that makes us so stubborn and stuck in our comfort zone is that we are very careful to what we can commit to. So we're not going to want to get up and do shit right away because we have to know that we're going to get a benefit from it. And that's not something that's always guaranteed no matter what you do. So it can just leave you feeling anxious because you don't know what to act on right now. And then since you haven't done anything, you can just end up depressed because you think you can't do anything. And it just becomes a really vicious ass cycle. Now, this is why I think, this is the placement for depression, okay? Because you're just so stuck in that damn comfort zone. So I really like this book right here, my friend. This book is called You Are a Badass by Jen Cicero. And this book basically helps you debunk all of those self-limiting beliefs that you have, those paradigms, those boxes that you create for yourself, so that you can actually figure out practical ways on how you can move forward, you know, and like get rid of a lot of the associations that you have. I think this is something super duper bomb. Taurus says it's very earthly and in tune with things, so it picks up information subconsciously really well, actually. So when you write things down, it becomes more embedded in your subconscious so that you can be more focused. And this is what I've been seeing, like a really big change for me. Now, a great step for this would be to start planning things and making sure that you stick to it. I recommend books, stationery that you really, really resonate with. Like, you'll notice that both of these books have cats on them. And the reason being behind that is because I am crazy about cats, okay? If you guys love cats, put them, like, let me know in the comments below, okay? Because I'm a freaking crazy cat lady. Now, this was my first planner, okay? It's pink, yes, but I just really didn't, you know, I just really didn't resonate with it that much. I thought, okay, I'm too grown to like be having things with kitties on them and all that other shit. But, you know, now I just use this shit for scrap paper because I love books with kitties on them, okay? This motivates me to keep coming back to the book so that I can have something to write in it, because I feel so damn good when I write in it. And that's what you need in order to be consistent, alright? So, get stationery you love. This one works really well for me because this doesn't have like a consecutive time. It's not like a schedule. It's just a planner. So I can have just a rough estimate of how I want my life to go that day, and that's okay for me. And also starting a fear journey, my friends. Now that's what this book right here is for. This has all the things about myself that just needs to go. Anytime I have like an impulse or something that I don't like, that I feel like I need to work on when it comes to me, I will put it in this book and figure out practical settings where I can put myself into and just be able to, you know, work on this. Go out there, show yourself you can do it, and even if you can't express it at the heights that you want to express it, just be happy that you got out of your comfort zone, period. And just start with little practical steps like that. Like I'm talking about, you might not, you know, put heels on and go to the club tomorrow, but you can do something simple like taking a cold shower, which helps soothe your nervous system so that you can be less reactive and less sensitive to things, so that you can be much more present and grounded with things. Like that's a way to start getting out of your comfort zone. Start mixing up your routine a little bit. If you work out at 9 o'clock in the morning, decide I'm going to do it 9 o'clock at night. And then see what else that you can fit into your routine once you start playing around with time and things like that. But the important thing is to just get out of your rigid ass way of thinking, okay? As Mars and Taurians, we need as much contact with our physical surroundings in order to really understand things. We experience life through our senses, okay? What you guys could do is get into physical activity as well, a good physical outlet. And I would recommend sparring, because we do have a lot of energy, okay? I would recommend high intensity interval training. When I was bigger, I used to do that a lot, but like now I'm really thin, and you know, I'm gonna just look like the Crypt Keeper if I continue. So I just do yoga now. But you could also do something else that's really cool, and this is what I have been doing. Why don't you try skateboarding? This is my board. As you see, it has a cat on it, because I love kitties. Again, get things that you resonate with so that you feel really encouraged to keep doing even when they piss you off, like this damn thing. Especially when you're first starting out like me, it is really frustrating when I'm trying to push myself forward on this thing. So when I get on that board, I'm super duper nervous and I don't know what's gonna happen sometimes, but you just have to keep pushing yourself forward and just dealing with the flow of things. Once you can learn how to do that with your body and figure out how to stabilize your mind, how to stabilize your body, it becomes much more easier for you to like stabilize your emotions and all these possessive and negative and frustrating feelings that we can feel when we have to leave our comfort zone. I think that that's really, really great for us, and it's been helping me, you know, feel much more brave and much more freer at the same time too. You just focus on where you want to go. It's basically mind over matter, pretty much, okay? Your mind will take you anywhere you want to go, and that's how you have to go. If you want to go somewhere, you have to think about going somewhere. So that's why I really enjoy skateboarding, and I think it's great for help getting you out of your comfort zone when you have a Mars and Taurus aspect as well. So if you do skateboard, let me know in the comments below. And if you're too scared, shit, me too. But I still managed to do it, and I know you can too. So if you guys stuck around for the whole video, thank you so much. You was definitely blessed. And yeah, today's the 19th, so I will see you guys on the 28th. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.